Absolutely. Well, I wanted to just touch more on the issues in the Southeast. Yesterday, Dr. Abati, you took this story, and there was a flurry of reactions about whether or not the Igbo people sell land to outsiders. I don't know if you would like to address that, because there were a lot of, people from the Southeast saying that it is not true.
No, I have no further comments on that subject.
Okay.
I was very clear yesterday. I was very specific. I made my point. I provided the context in which I was speaking. If people have a selective hearing, that is their problem.
Well, one of the comments is that you cannot paint a whole tribe with one brush, and they have debunked it.
Replay the tape again. Well, replay the tape.
No,
I was specific about what I said. I provided context.
Right.
Nobody should tell me any nonsense.
Well,
if people have a different opinion, they are entitled. No, no nonsense. Duty.
I think it's our duty.
If people have a different opinion, they have anthropological evidence to support it. They should say so.
Wow.
It's not for me to reverse myself.
No. I was just saying to clarify.
Except you are expressing your own opinion.
No.
And then I will come after you and say you are wrong.
There's been a flurry of reactions.
Yes.
And I have to present
that
it. It
comes
is my
with the
duty.
job. That comes with the job.
It is my duty.
It's a free country.
It is my duty to present the reactions of the Nigerian people.
And not to come and challenge me.
Absolutely not. I asked you if you would like to comment. I asked if you would like to comment.
I've told you.
Well, the conversation is that a whole tribe cannot be painted with one man's experience. We'll take another story. Another development.
Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. That was Dr. Reuben Abati, one of the anchors of the Arise television, who caused outrage the previous day by claiming that Igbos don't sell land to strangers, citing only one source, late Dr. T.O.S. Benson. Now, of course, Reuben Abati trended on Twitter for several hours because of that. Because of the reaction it generated, Ojy Okpe, who is a co-anchor of their program on Arise TV, and who has done that several times, reading out the reaction of Nigerians to every other issue that had been tabled before that, that panel of anchors of Arise TV. But Reuben Abati doubled down, and he literally talked down on that lady, okay, giving the impression that the working environment there allegedly looks very toxic, because you had the tone of Abati. He was literally reprimanding the lady, Ojy Okpe, for bringing up the matter at all. But Ojy Okpe was doing her job of getting the reaction. That's what she has been doing for a long time. Because whatever story that trended, she always go for the reaction. And now she brought a reaction. That, a journalist is not supposed to be the news. Now, Abati had made himself the news. And he is not happy. He wasn't happy about the reaction. Of course, the reaction was not positive. Except those who are bigoted like him against the Igbos. No other reasonable person will give him thumbs up on what he said about the Igbos. False generalization. It was because of people like Abati that this celebrated author Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie did a very widely celebrated video that talked about the dangers of a single story. That's exactly what Abati peddled the other day. The single story that Igbos don't sell land to strangers. And he wanted everybody to go with it. So he was not happy that Ojy Okpe brought that matter up, because that has always been the case, to bring a reaction. But you can see how he tried to intimidate the lady, and even the usual Rufai Seni was quiet, because the toxicity in the working environment had shown, was glaring now for the world to see. And if from the mood of Abati you're listening to, if Oseni had said anything, he would have also descended on Oseni. That doesn't convey a good message to Nigerians, that those who criticize cannot tolerate criticism. It's an indictment on his own, on Reuben Abati, that you dish out criticisms every day, but you cannot take it, even from your colleagues. Did Ojy Okpe criticize him? No. Ojy Okpe drew attention that there were reactions, but Abati said, I don't have further thing to say about it. That he had a clear message yesterday, that he has made his point, that he provided context. Which context did you provide that was not a false generalization? You said that TOS Benson talked about what happened with his in-laws. How many in-laws does he have in Southeast? How many wives of Southeast extraction or Igbo extraction does he have? I mean, the late TOS Benson. Does he have wives in all the states that has Igbo, the states that has Igbo? Let's say the 5 core states, or say in a River State or in Delta State. Just one wife from one particular village. And Abati is doubling down that he has made the contest he's spoken very clear. He said, unless those people have selective hearing. Which selective hearing? I will put that his comment perhaps at the end of this video, so that people can also listen to it. I don't know the selective hearing he was talking about. Perhaps he was the person that couldn't listen to himself. And Ojy Okpe was reminding him that the comment is that you cannot paint a whole tribe with one brush. That was what people were complaining about. You cannot paint a whole tribe with one brush. And he was already saying, play the tape. Of course, the woman did not, perhaps it wasn't part of the her schedule. Maybe didn't deem it necessary, so the video was not available. He said, replay the tape. And you can see that his voice started rising. He said, I was specific what I said, and I provided context. Nobody should tell me any nonsense. And that was, can you imagine an anchor of CNN or Fox News or NBC or MSNBC, United States, being this bold? Because it means that you have no respect for your viewers. They are giving you the feedback of your viewers, and you think you know it all. There will be consequences if this were to happen in a decent climate. But you know, Nigeria, whether in the private sector or in the government, we live in a country of anything goes. There is no consequences for people's action. He said that if the people have a different opinion, they are entitled to it. Of course, they are entitled to it, but it was that entitlement that you don't want it to be heard, because they wanted to hear from you. They wanted you to know that there were reactions against what you said, and what you said was not true. But he was doubling down and said, I believe it is our duty. Okay. So when he was harassing this woman, talking loud, the woman maintained her composure. You showing that she has very good emotional intelligence. She maintained her composure. Her voice was normal. The voice was not rising. Okay, but Abati wanted to also show that he is the boss. So the woman, the lady said, I believe it is our duty to get the feedback, which is true. The essence of communication is to get feedback. In fact, if you communicate without a feedback, then you have not communicated. The communication is incomplete. That is why even on social media, look at all the social media platforms. They give you opportunity for comments. The reason for comment is that to ensure the completion of the communication process. Now, Abati don't want to hear the reaction. He don't want the communication to be complete. He wants everybody to accept that Igbos don't sell land to strangers. And he was now challenging those who are opposed to him, his view. He said they have to provide anthropological evidence to support it if they should say so. Which anthropological evidence did TOS Benson brought? What was the anthropological evidence that by TOS Benson in a comment that she allegedly made at Nigerian Institute of International Affairs? Now that Abati is challenging those who are opposed to his views that they should provide anthropological evidence, as if he provided anthropological evidence to support his claim that he was not sell land to strangers, telling them to provide what himself couldn't provide. And he doubled down and said that it is not for me to revise myself. So his view is irreversible, and he cited a source that is not alive to even counter him. There was no video evidence of when the man said this. He didn't provide any video. He said there were witnesses. When he said there were witnesses. Who are those witnesses? He said there were witnesses. Any character can come out now and say, yeah, I was a witness to that. Where is the video evidence? Because if it's a program of the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, there should be video evidence. And the lady herself, Angelica, tried to be measured, tried to, get him to be reasonable. He said, I was just saying, Ojy was saying, I was just trying to say that for you to clarify whether there is you can make any clarification, because it was an opportunity for him to say that I was wrong. As a PhD holder who had done research, how can you use one source, one example, one sample size to make a declaration of that magnitude about the Igbos? And he now tackled the lady. He said, except you are expressing your own opinion. So he's now turning it against the girl, the young lady. The lady. Pardon me for saying the young lady. I know she's a mother, has grown children and all that. But God bless her. She's still young. Okay. But what I'm saying is that you can see that he was transferring the aggression to her. Was transferring aggression. Say, except you're expressing your own opinion. What it means that perhaps reminding Abati that viewers say this. He said that perhaps it's Ojy Okpe that is bringing the matter and not the viewers. And he threatened the lady. He said, then I will come after you. And then you are wrong. So he said, I will come after you. And you can see the tone of the voice when he said, I will come after you. Even women supposed to protest. These are the kind of things that if Senator Akpabio, the Senate President, speak in that manner to any senator, female senator, several NGOs, civil society organizations and women groups. They ought to protest, and rightly so, because that was what Abati displayed there. He displayed that woman cannot ask him question. You work in the same environment, and the process, she didn't violate the rule. Normally when there is a program, when there was a news, she would read out the reaction of the public to a trending story. And Abati trended. And to her credit, her voice was measured. As the man was talking, intimidating her, harassing her with his voice, she was measured. She said, I have to present it. I have to present the reaction. He said, but he dismissed that. He said, it doesn't matter. That comes with the job. And Ojineka also went on to say, it is my duty to present the reaction of Nigerian people. She was measured, her voice not raised. And then Abati doubled and said, it is not to come and challenge me. It is not to come and challenge me. So Ojineka is challenging him by doing her job. Or I will fight. So he threatened on air, live television, threatening to fight a woman on air. And the Ojineka said, that is why I asked you if you will comment. If you will comment. He said, no. He said that with finality. And to conclude it, that lady shows another maturity. He said, well, the conversation is that the whole tribe cannot be painted with one man's experience. Excellent presentation. Excellent presentation. In doubling down, Reuben Abati embarrassed himself more. And he is proud of embarrassing himself from the tone of his voice. He is doubling down. He felt nothing, because there will be no consequence. He believed there will be no consequence. But the important thing is that even his boss, who is Ndoko Baibena, is also Igbo. In other words, he's also painting Ndoko Baibena with the same brush. Ndoko Baibena cannot sell any of his land in his community to a stranger. That is what he's saying. That Ndoko Baibena is so parochial that he cannot even sell any land, no matter how, to a stranger. Because when you say what you said, when Abati said what he said, it means that all Igbos don't sell land to strangers. They are parochial. But like I pointed out in a previous video, all the Yoruba churches, because these churches are owned by individuals. The Winners is owned by Ojy Okpe. It's an individual. He owns lands in Southeast where he built churches. You redeem all these people. They are the owners of these churches. Look at what happened to Ojy Okpe. The other day he retired everybody, but allowed himself to stay. That doesn't show you that it's one man. So he is one man, yet he owns several lands in Southeast. Just for an example, to show that single example show that Reuben Abati lied, and he ought to apologize. Instead, he was doubling down and intimidating his colleagues, which is an embarrassment. Again, thank you for watching this video. And if you're not to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it down. Google will recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.
But he's right if he says that Igbos are entrepreneurial. And I end by what people say about Igbos. That if you enter a community, a village, you don't see an Igbo man there, please pack your things and go. It means that place is not conducive. However, let me give the flip side. Chief Tos Benson, T.O.S. Benson, former Minister of Information, now late, on one occasion at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, and I'm not making this up, he said it publicly. If anybody can contradict me, let them do so. He said something about Igbo people. He said he had an Igbo wife and had an Igbo daughter, that he wanted to buy land in Igbo land for his daughter, for his wife, to say, I'm getting old, Tos Benson is getting old. Let me build in this place for my wife. He said that his in-laws told him that they don't sell land to outsiders. That is the irony of Nigeria about the politics of federation, of unity. The same Igbos who are so industrious that they are all over and they do well in other parts of Nigeria. You go as a non-Igbo man to go and buy a land. You will be told that you don't belong, even as an in-law. That's by way of an aside. But these are the issues, in my view.
Well, all right. We'll take another story then. 15